Hello, I've got you propped up in a weird position so hopefully you don't fall. But today is, why am I fidgeting again? Today is 8 weeks post-op, well actually yesterday, but I'm not going to explain that every single time. It's Wednesday the 11th of April and this is my 8-week post-op update video. For some reason last week I kept getting confused and thinking that I was 8 weeks last week, but I wasn't. I had to change the cover picture of my last video because I accidentally put 8 weeks, but it was 7, so this is 8 weeks. I'll quickly just go through my stats and everything, and then I'll just get talking about how I found this week. So I am 31 years old. I had a vertical sleeve gastrectomy, VSG, gastric sleeve, whatever you want to call it, on the 13th of February this year. And my highest recorded weight was in December last year, so 2017, and that was 16 stone 7 pounds. I feel like I probably was a bit heavier than that at some point, but that was my highest recorded weight. I started pre-op quite early. I started it before I'd actually kind of got my surgery date in, so I was dieting for a good month before I had my actual surgery. So my weight on surgery day was 15 stone 3 pounds, and yeah, so my weight as of today, which my goal was to get under the 13 stone mark, because last week, let's just recap, last week I was 13 stone 2.5 pounds. What is my hair doing? It's getting really thin, you can see my scalp. Anyway, yeah, so I was 13 stone 2.5 pounds last week and I was hoping to get under the 13 stone mark. So before I tell you what I actually weighed this morning, I actually weighed myself as soon as I got up and I was 13 stone and half a pound. But then once I've been up and like gone to the toilet and had my shower and wandered around a bit, and actually after I'd eaten breakfast, I ate breakfast and then I went and had a shower and then I weighed myself again because I'm obsessed with weighing myself. It's terrible, I should probably stop. But yeah, so I was 12 stone 13 and 3/4 pounds. So I'm marking that down as my weight because I think I had to get up and move around and like go to the toilet and stuff like that. You know how it is. So yeah, so my weight as of today, I'm saying, is 12 stone 13 and 3/4 pounds. Is that right? Yep. So in pounds, that is 181.75 pounds. So yes, I'm really pleased that I'm finally seeing the 12 on the scale. Obviously, you know, as I said last week, I'm still not down to my lowest recorded adult weight, which was 12 stone 5 pounds. So I still have just near as damn it 9 pounds to lose till I get back down there again. But I have now lost more than I've ever lost in any sort of diet before. So yeah, let me just go over what my losses were. So that's a weekly loss since last week of 2 3/4 pounds, or 2.75. It's a loss since surgery of 2 stone 3.25 pounds, or 31.25 pounds, and a total loss of 3 stone 7.25 pounds, which is 49.25 pounds. So I'm almost at 50 pounds lost. So yeah, so the most I've ever lost doing any sort of diet or anything was when I did paleo in 2013, 2014, and I lost 45 pounds. So I've now exceeded that, but obviously I am still heavier than I was when I lost that weight, because I gained it all back plus extra. So yeah, so reached my goal of getting into the 12 stone kind of bracket this week. I'm only 9 pounds off my lowest recorded adult weight, so it's all moving in the right direction. It's pretty good. I have said before, size wise, I'm still comfortably fitting into a size 14. The other day I actually went and bought myself a new jacket because I was wearing this massive big size 18 winter jacket. So I went and got myself a nice leather jacket, and I just walked into the shop, took the size 14 off the rack, tried it on, it fit, and I bought it, and it was like the easiest shopping trip I've ever had. Yeah, I'm still managing about 800 to 1,000 calories every day now, and it's terrible because my mind is still thinking that I'm going to gain back the weight. So when I'm reaching that kind of 1,000 calorie mark, I'm starting to think I have overeaten today. I must have eaten too much if I'm eating 1,000 calories. So that's something I need to kind of get over, because I don't want to be eating 1,000 calories, and it's crazy because that's obviously a massive calorie deficit, but in my head I'm just I've got this fear of gaining weight, so when I get to like 900, 1,000 calories I start to panic and think that I shouldn't be eating that much, and so sometimes by the end of the day I don't really eat like a proper dinner. I just snack on some things because I'm scared of hitting that 1,000 calorie mark, which is ridiculous, and I know, like, saying it out loud, it's ridiculous, but at the time I just have this fear of eating too much, even though I cannot possibly eat too much. There is no way I can do it. So yeah, so I need to get over that and basically just accept that I'm going to start eating around 1,000 calories, and over the next couple of months probably up to 1,200, which is what I was eating when I started dieting before pre-op. I was eating around the 12 to 1,300 calorie mark and was losing weight fine. But yeah, it's just in my head I'm going, well, I managed to eat that much before surgery, so I shouldn't be able to eat that many calories now. And yeah, it's just a mental block thing I've got going on, so I need to just get over that and deal with it. Past few days I've not been drinking as much water as usual, so I need to concentrate on that. It is because usually I add some sort of I was going to say diluting juice, that's what we call it, but like some sort of squash, some sort of flavour to my water, and I ran out, and so I've just been drinking plain water, obviously, which is what I should be doing all along, but it's just, I'm not really a fan of plain water, to be honest. As much as I have been, you know, pouring glasses of it and drinking it, I haven't been drinking as much as I should. So I have some squash. I feel really posh calling it squash, but it's diluting juice. What do you call it? Just like a drink that you pour into water to dilute it. In Scotland we call everything juice. So diluting juice, fizzy drinks are also juice. Everything is juice. Anything you can drink that isn't water or milk is juice, even though if it's not actually the juice of anything. So the drink that you dilute down to drink is called diluting juice. It doesn't make any sense. Anyway, but yeah, so I have some more of that, so I will be upping my water intake again. What else did I say? Yeah, I really haven't exercised enough this week either. I've just had a couple of tired days. It's probably like down to not drinking enough as well. It's probably all linked. Also, my dog as well, if you follow me on Instagram, you'll have seen the picture of her all bandaged up. She had what's called an oral hematoma. So her ear, a blood vessel in the ear burst. It could be she might have just like shaken her head too violently. She's been swimming in the loch, and I think she's maybe shaken her head too violently when she came out, or she could have scratched it or something. Anyway, a blood vessel burst, and then the blood starts leaking in between the layers of the ear, so her ear kind of swelled up with all this blood in between the two sides. So now she had to go to the vet and get it cut open, and her entire ear has been stitched with little tubes all stitched to it to cover the surface area, so it's kind of, the two layers of the ear kind of squished together and it stops it from refilling. Anyway, the point of telling you this story is that she has like the cone on, she has bandages around her head, and for that first couple of days I didn't really want to leave her alone, so I didn't go out my usual big walk, but today I did. Went a lovely big walk, and it was in the mud and the cold and the rain, but it was fun. So I've been out, and yeah, so I need to get back into doing my walks every day, because I'm terrible for, if I, you know, take one day off, then the next day I'm like, I can't really be bothered doing it today, so I need to just keep doing it every single day and just push myself to do it. Yeah, so that's all I've really got note wise here, but also I will just address what I briefly mentioned, is that my hair is definitely thinning. You can definitely see the shape of my hair. I mean, my hair is right forward to here, but you just can't really see it. It's so thin. So yeah, it's quite annoying that I'm losing it like up here, because I already have like a 5 head to begin with, and so it's even bigger. So I think I'm just going to go and get some sort of short haircut where you know, it's not kind of weighing down, because I feel like that's probably making it look more flat on the top. So if I get some sort of short haircut, I really hate how it looks right now, then maybe it can kind of make it look a bit thicker. I don't know, I'm not a hairdresser, but fingers crossed, because I don't, like, I was always conscious of this, I've got very thin hair anyway, and so this is where I was always thin anyway, and I just feel like it's even thinner. And like here as well, you can see like that bit there has always been thin, and it's just even worse. So let's try and fluff my hair up a bit and make it look like I have more hair than I actually have. Yeah, so that's basically it. Yeah, I'm pleased with my loss. Definitely going in the right direction. I cannot wait to lose this next 9 pounds. So hopefully I'll do that over the next 4 weeks maybe. If I lose maybe 2 pounds a week or a bit more than that, I should hopefully lose it over the next 4 weeks and get down to where I have been in the past, and then lose beyond that, which is what I'm really excited about. Also, I have been keeping in touch with the other 2 people who were having surgery on the same day as me, just in case anybody's interested in the updates with them. They are both losing weight really well. The woman, I don't want to name anybody, but there was a man and a woman. So the woman, she has been very sick up until about 3 days ago. She's now on her 3rd day of not throwing up. Everything just made her really sick. She had terrible heartburn and has just been really having a bad time of it, which I don't really see often when I watch people's videos. Like, I think everybody's got such a positive outlook. Like, it all seems really great, but it is important to remember that it is a major operation and it can have repercussions like that. So she's been really sick. Her weight loss is stalled, but obviously stalls are going to happen, they're inevitable. But yeah, I think she just had such a hard time of it, and she's just not been feeling great at all. So fingers crossed that she just continues to feel better. The man is doing great. He is managing to eat upwards of 1,000 calories a day now. I don't know whether men generally get back into eating more calories than women, like quicker. Why can I not grammar right now? But yeah, he seemed to be eating more calories than me quite early on, and I don't know whether it's just because he's a man or whatever, because I know that obviously men do need more calories generally, but I just assumed that, you know, having the operation, that he would be kind of on par with women. But tell me if that's wrong, or I don't know. But yeah, so he's doing really well. I think a couple of weeks ago he actually went back to having period foods again because he was feeling a bit sick. I think maybe he moved on to you know, regular foods a bit too quickly. It really does depend on the person, and I know that every surgeon is different as well and recommends moving on to solid foods at different times. For me it was 4 weeks, I think. Yeah, after my 4 weeks, so it was on to the 5th week I could then start having just regular food. But I've seen, I know on Instagram, I see a couple of people who are just a couple of weeks or 2 or 3 weeks out and already can be on kind of regular foods. So it really does depend on the surgeon. But then even if your surgeon does recommend that you can have solid food, always just listen to your body as well, because as in the case of the guy who had his surgery at the same time as me, he obviously moved on to solid food too quickly and then had to go back to purees for another couple of weeks. Anyway, yeah, that's everything. I'm not going to do a scar update because obviously I did it last week, or was it the week before? I don't know, whatever week I did it, and they're pretty much looking the same. I'm quite pleased with how they're healing because I worried that they were going to keloid, but they don't seem to be heading that way at the moment. Fingers crossed they continue to look alright. If they do, then I'm accepting of keloid scars, because I would rather have keloid scars, like 5 little keloid scars on my stomach, than be obese for the rest of my life. Oh, talking about obese as well, just a final little note. With obviously moving into the 12 stone bracket, I have 1 3/4 pounds to go now, and I will be out of the obese class 1 category and into overweight. So that is a big milestone for me as well. So hopefully next week when you see me, I won't be obese anymore. This should be my last obese video, and I should be just overweight, which is going to be great. Yeah, it's going to be great to be overweight. That's not something you usually hear people say, but it will be. Anyway, I'm just going to stop rambling on now. Let me know as usual how you're all getting on. If I haven't checked out your channel yet, and you're on a similar journey, any sort of weight loss journey, I'm really interested in getting to know how you're doing. Let me know down in the comments. I'll go and check your channel out, etc, etc. If you want to continue following my journey, then do hit the subscribe button and follow me on Instagram as well, because I find that the Instagram community is really great. I love a YouTube community, but I just you know, for every day I really enjoy scrolling through Instagram and interacting with people on there. So do follow me there if you have an Instagram. And yeah, other than that, I will see you all for week 9 next week, which will be over 2 months post-op. I'll be 2 months post-op in 2 days. So yeah, it's exciting. It's getting to a stage now where I'm seeing real results, real differences. And yeah, so I'll see you next week, where fingers crossed I will not be obese anymore. So I'll see you all next time.